Ocarina. Ocarina. Hey, Ocarina.
Metroid. Omoroid.
With the release of Metroid in 1987, Nintendo noticed the success of the game and decided to release a sequel for the Game Boy titled Metroid 2: The Return of Samus, with graphics almost just as good as the NES original, detailing Samus's character model to impressive standards, introducing the iconic shoulder armor for the Viraya suit because of the lack of color being able to show a difference between the suits.
Development for the game was fairly simple, with a focus on the character model of Samus, and not much else in terms of visuals or audio. Really, there's only one musical track in the game, and you're listening to it. All other music is basically repeated sounds in the background. I mean, what the hell, Nintendo? Your game could have gotten higher scores by reviewers if you had just added a musical track. In a somewhat varying environment, speaking of the environment, do you like rocks, sand, and lava? Because that's all you'll be seeing.
The story takes place after the first game, with Samus traveling to the Metroid homeworld, SR-338, after a Galactic Federation crew was lost on the surface. The Federation deemed Metroids as a threat to the universe, and assigned Samus the mission of wiping the Metroids off the face of the planet. The Metroids are evolving, though, into 5 different stages: Alpha, Gamma, Zeta, Omega, and the final boss, a Queen Metroid. After defeating the Queen, a Metroid egg hatches before Samus's eyes, and the Metroid believes that Samus is its mother, following her back to her ship and helping along the way. After bringing the last Metroid to the ship, the game ends, only to be continued in Metroid 3, aka Super Metroid. The game plays like any other Metroid game with non-linear elements and item collection. There's a counter in the bottom right corner of the screen showing how many Metroids are left on the planet, reminding you of the reason why you're actually playing the game.
The game was planned to be in color as well as black and white, but that was scrapped, only to be played in color on the Super Game Boy and the Game Boy Player. The save system of the game was significant in the market at the time, as it was a rarity to be able to continue mid-game after turning the console off.
As far as early handheld games go, this is pretty interesting. It plays about as good as the original Metroid with a few additional features that improve the overall gameplay. But the music loops so much. Honestly, that was the most annoying part about this game. The story could also be a bit more interesting. Overall, I'd give this game a 5 out of 10.
This game could have been a lot better if Nintendo really put in the extra effort to add a little more creativity to the game. But it is a solid entry in the series, and it is a fun game to have on the Game Boy.
Thank you guys for watching. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for our next episode when we'll talk about The Legend of Zelda: Oracle of Seasons.